Okay, how you doing today? I'm chasing an evap leak that is, as they all are, they're a pain in the neck. Okay, my smoke machine, my homemade smoke machine didn't really work the way I thought it would, so I'm going old school and here, if it turns upside down here, you'll understand. Now, I've checked my purge, I've checked my canister valve. My canister is right down through that little hole. I did find a little leak on the top of that one. Replace that. Now, what I'm doing now is, here, you're looking upside down now because this line here, right? I got to run. I had to take loose my washer fluid that had 2 10 millimeter nuts in it. And I hope it's not going to leak all over everything now. But they were, and this line goes over to here. Now, it was attached to here where the line was kind of iffy. And I'm trying to run a new line here, and I'm deciding whether I'm going to use the plastic line here or just a piece of hose. Now, the piece of hose I have there is fuel line. You can see where this old line here connected to this one here. See, with a short piece of hose. Now, this one goes through, down and around, and it comes down. When you look down there, can you see right? Oh, right. Let's see if I can. Right there, right down in there. Okay, that's the rusty metal line that comes down, goes down, and then it connects into more line like this here, this hard plastic fuel vapor line, excuse me. You can see it pretty good right there. Now I'm going to be going down underneath, and I'm going to be taking a look at it under there, unhooking it, and then I will hook one of these pieces of either the big rubber fuel hose or the plastic fuel hose here. All right, I haven't decided which, but I'll go under and take another look at it. Okay, let's see. Before I do that, though, I want to make sure my light's in the best possible spot on the top that I can see. That gives you a pretty nice look of it down in there, if you can see. There's that rusty line. Those rusty lines like that can be leaking anywhere, and probably are. Okay, so I'm going to crawl under there. I'm trying not to flip you around and all that crazy stuff. But, oh, take a look at the bike while I'm crawling. Here, we come down. And actually, look what I just found. I was talking about a gross leak, right? Look what I just found right here. This is not connected at all to anything. And that runs back to my fuel tank. Can you see that? How the heck did that come undone? But see that? That right there, if nothing else, is my direct problem that I'm having right now with my evap system. Just goes to show you that you don't always need a smoke tester. You just have to be thorough. Okay? I'm going to replace that line anyway, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, what you're looking at right there is the splice that I made, and I'm going to use the plastic line. I'm going to come back under here, and I'm going to put a couple of squeeze type small hose clamps on there, just for shits and grins and to try to keep my integrity, you know what I mean? I probably don't need them because they fit on there very tight, but I'm going to put them on there anyway. Now I'm going to go up top and show you the rest. Now, what I did is I ran that hose right up the way that the old one was run. And if you look very carefully, see if I can get my hand up in there, you can see the old line right there that I took out. That just came off right in my hand. The new line that runs up through there. Okay, ran through the old clip. There's the old line. And sorry, I'm trying to get you a good picture. I can get a good picture of that nut, but can I get a good picture of there? That's the bracket and the line and the stuff going up through. Okay, there's the new line, and that's running through the old clip. And you can see to the right of that, there's an old brown hole. And I'll go up top side and I'll pull that out. All right, there you can see the old steel line that I took out of there. It's, sorry, upside down. Turn the right side around, and there's the old line. And it's pretty good until you get down there where the salt and everything was hitting it. Here, I'm standing in your light. And if you can see, that's just horrible. And then there's the old piece of fitting that where it went into the plastic line. But if you look at the end of that hose, that's been pulled off for quite a while. Probably last time. My check engine light for Evap's been on for about 1.5 years. And I think it might have happened when I dropped the tank. I was probably pulling on the lines, and that was fairly loose there, and I probably just pulled it right out and didn't know it. And soon after, my check engine light came on with a 40455 gross leak, which is something like 90.90 millimeters, which is, if you look at the end of this fitting right there, that's probably it. You know what I mean? Look how, and that came off right in my hand when I was trying to take that piece of rubber off of the fit connection. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up. Here's the line that I had. I got to go under there and make sure that it's not going to be rubbing anywhere funky. You know what I mean? Because they did put a metal one in there to keep it away from the components, such as the steering components that you can see. See, right now it looks as though it's probably rubbing when I wiggle this around, and a rub will make another hole in there very quickly. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it right here to this hose. Man, take the light away, you can't see anything, can you? I'm going to connect it. I'm going to cut this hose right there, and then I'm going to cut this line, and I'll put that in there, and I'll use little zip ties to keep things away from things, and we'll go from there. All right?
Thanks for watching.
Okay, here we are. Just to show you how everything went back together. There's my piece with my splice going down to the new line. Excuse me. Look at that. That's nice. One of the things is that made that so rusty is that was full of leaves. You can imagine that just gets. I thought I vacuumed it out pretty good, but I guess I'm gonna have to stick the vacuum in there again because I can still see some, maybe a smaller end. But I got that ran. It's not hitting on anything right now. You can see the line running underneath the turnbuckle for the steering. And I've got everything back in. It was a lot easier to find the route once I removed the air box. I've got everything back together. I checked all those connections down under there. I have my windshield washer thing back in. That was two 10mm bolts. There's one right there, and there's one right in there. That loose wire there you're looking at is an old piece of an alarm that came from way back in the day. It's been removed. But anyway, hopefully this will set my light back and I'll be able to go get it inspected, and we'll be on our way to 300,000. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. And there's a greasy handprint on the Jeep emblem. All right, thanks a lot. Have a great day.